Welcome back. This is still News Insight. Barrister Philip, we heard of the suspension of the 18 local government chairman, and now the Attorney General of Nigeria, of Federation, that's also the Minister of Justice, has come out to fault the Edo State Assembly. Please, what can you say on that?
Thank you very much. We've always said it, that look, the law is the law. You see, we have three arms of government in Nigeria, and we have three strata of government in Nigeria. We have the federal government, the state government, and the local governments. And recently, by this government, the present APC government, led by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Attorney General of the Federation, the person of Fagbemi's son,
yes,
went to court to ensure that the local government is given its place in the scheme of things, that's its autonomy. And the Supreme Court so held that the local government is autonomy of the state government, that their resources to be managed solely by them and responsible to the people. These three types of government are put in place by the people. The federal government is elected by the entire Nigeria as a constituency. The state government is elected by the people of that state. And the local government chairmen were elected by the people of that local government. And in this government, you have the executive and the legislative arms. In the local government, you have the chairman elected by the people and the councillors that forms the legislative arm of the local government. Just like the National Assembly is to the president, so also the legislative arm is also to the chairman. It's only the National Assembly that can impeach the president of this country on constitutional matters when the president fought in his activity. So also, if a local government chairman commit any offense, any infringement on the law,
so it is in the rights
the legislative arm of that local government that will take the initiative of impeaching him or suspending him. But we are here, we are faced with what we are faced with today. The same APC government in Edo State that went to court to ensure that we have a local government that is autonomy of the federal government and the state government, claim or alleged to have written to the council chairman to furnish him with their financial statement. And remember, at the Supreme Court, the issue for determination is the financial autonomy of the local government. And it was expressly stated by the judgment that the local government fund to be made available to the local government directly and not to the state government. So they are responsible to the authority that gave them the money and not the state governor. He said he wrote to them to fund it and they failed, so that they are if they what was he said what was the word he used, that they are insubordinate. So he wrote to the House of Assembly, whom he has pocketed, that they should do his bidding, and they just they are suspended. And now the Attorney General has come to say no, you can't do that. That's not right. See, when we said this here, some people were arguing with us.
Let's hear from Pastor Kingsley.
When we talked about this thing the last time, I like what he said just now. We said we had 3 tiers of government, and no one controls each other exclusively. And we have matters to which they can deliberate on and that they can't deliberate on. We have the exclusive list where only the federal government can deliberate on it. Then we have the concurrent where both the federal and the state can deliberate on. Then we have the residual where only the state matters that you deliberate on it. Most of the time, they don't all stay where they are supposed to stay. That's one of the major problems. The president doesn't have control over the state as it were. For example, before the president can even say a state is an emergency state, he first of all sent it to the National Assembly. And they rectify it before he does that. That one is clear. But I actually wished and hoped, and I discussed with some members of the APC chieftain before he was even sworn in, that one of the biggest mistakes Senator Mondo Kwewolo is going to make is if he suspends the local government, because it has been a practice of all the governors that comes in, especially when the governor that is outgoing conduct, and you know, the one that is outgoing too is also very wicked. What they will do is that they will leave the local government bare for almost 8 years. When they are leaving, they will now hurriedly conduct an election. Do you understand? So that they will put their stooge in there, so that they will be able to win an election of an incoming governor. I don't know if you understand. Yes. And that's what we saw Obaseki do. Now, Monday came in. Election has just been conducted for the local government. And I heard the wind. So I called some of them and I spoke to them that one of the things Senator Mondo Kwewolo should do is that he should leave the local government. Now, what he needs to do, there are other ways you can kill a rat without sharing the blood. That's what we normally say. These people don't have the kind of immunity that you have. If you see that they are misbehaving, you go after them differently. Do you understand? And they don't have to be subject to you. Do you understand? So when they now were sworn in, the local government, local government officials, that's the chairman, they even went to, I think that's one of their own problem. They went and paid a courtesy call to him and asked him that, please, spare us, we'll be loyal to you. But, you know, in their greed, this is what comes out of it. They went to the State Assembly and said they didn't furnish us with information of their financial status. The state governor, do they furnish the federal government with their financial dealings? The loans that they collect, apart from constitutional provision, because most of those loans have to be guaranteed by the federal government, would they have gone there? Most of the internal loans they collected, did they ask the federal government? No, they don't. The federal government is not over them in all this matter. The monies that they collect as allocation, do they tell us how they use it? When the money gets to the state, all what they do, we all know the practice they do. They take that money, put it in the security vote where nobody can go there. That's what they all do. We all know these things. Now you want to be and the greed that is in them is that they want to always, if I put you there as a local government chairman, you are subservient to me. So the allocation comes directly to the local government. They will tell the local government return this other part of the money. That's what they are doing. And these are the things that are all known by everybody. So is this greed that is causing them. And most of this money that is returned back to them is not used to develop the local government. So that's why you see that you can't even identify, right? You can't identify the work of the local authority, which is even far closer to the people. We can identify of all the 8 years of Obaseki spent. Many times did he come to my local government, which is at the tail end of the state. He never came. He only came anytime he wants to do politics. And not only Obaseki, this is what all of them do.
Yeah, that's how they operate.
That's how all they operate. Yes. And the government that came into power that have been praising that he was going to do something different, he's towing the line.
He has actually done something different.
I wish he really did. I would have been flying here and jumping on this table and praising him and telling Barrister that what he sees of Okpewolo is not true. But now, like we will say, you don't fall my hand.
Barrister.
You see, I'm very, very happy with this development that the Attorney General of the Federation...
Sorry, I wanted to say something. One of the things, the Attorney General should not just come and say what they did was not right. He should direct the local government chairman to go back. Okay. That's what we should not say, he shouldn't have done that. No. They should
also give his own order.
Exactly. They shouldn't have been sacked at all. So they should go back to their position.
Okay. Barrister.
Well, I said I was very happy with the Attorney General of the Federation. The local government chairman has something to hold on with. If they go to court now, they can say this is the position of the law, even though they have even got to judgment from the Edo State High Court, which was presided by Kumbowa. He has given judgment that he has restrained the governor in the first place for interfering. He has said so much about the activities of this. It's a very sad situation that we are in this country, that people come into offices when they are campaigning, they are different persons. After the campaign and they are sworn in, they are different people. You understand? he has been very supportive of Pobolo because he knows him and he's fair. He has what it is to deliver. But now he has expressed his disappointment.
Yes,
It's true of all the people that have got into offices. You know, when they are speaking to us, when they are, aspiring to be in the office, they come with all manner of sugar-coated matter and say all manner of sweet things, like a man who is wooing a woman. And after that all said
after they've gotten what they want,
then it's
they
a different
change.
ballgame. But the truth remains that we are moving forward in this country, whether we like it or you can see this is what we regard in law as constitutional development. You see, there's improvement in our society, whether we like it or not. You see, with this development in Edo State, at the end of it all, it will be clear that the local government, they are autonomous. They have their own, like I said, they have their own government, and they are not subservient to the state government. Whether you put them there or not, once they are there, they operate the law, the constitution. So they
Just to the people.
Yes, they are responsible for making bylaws. What is bylaw? Laws that affect the people.
Customary.
You understand? So it is I said it before, it's only the legislative arm of the council that can do that. Like I said, we are not trying to encourage, so we won't say it. There are so many ways to approach these things. You see, I also heard they are written to EFCC and EFCC has invited them. These are all wish hunting, and these are,
I even wish they did that one at first.
Exactly.
And not to do this flagrant disobedience to the constitution.
Yeah, like you said, what people you are complaining of is what, in fact, you even started on a worse note. It's very sad.
And I want to make something clear. We will not stop on this platform in pushing for, especially this abuse of power and resources by the states. As far as I'm concerned, the abuse of resources by the federal government is not as culpable as the state government. The state is the worst culprit in all this matter, because they take laws into their hand, they use the finances of the state anyhow. And nobody calls them to order. And with all the fact that they got immunity. Now, the state government giving power to conduct election at the local government, I think is something that should not happen.
That's what you just took the word out of my mouth. But again, it's constitutional. You can't take it from them.
No, hold on. I agree, barrister. But the constitution is not like what cannot be changed.
No,
the amendment of the constitution is possible.
Yeah, what can be done? Because you can't saddle the election of locals to federal. What we can do, what the people can do, what the lawmakers can do, is to make it. It's just like it as it is with the INEC. The INEC are not different from the states, electoral.
So what are we advocating with INEC?
Allow me to learn.
Yes.
So what we can do is to ensure that even though, just like we are advocating for INEC, the state has their electoral body. It shouldn't be the method of appointment of putting people in position to manage that electoral body
should not be left in the hands of the governor.
Of the state governor. Just like we are
advocating at the federal. So that's what I'm saying.
So that they can be independent.
Yes.
Of the activities of the government.
So what you change at the federal will also change at the state.
So it's not like, that's why I said we are making progress.
The president should not have the power.
Would have complained if not for Ahmed Bola Tinubu, whose Attorney General had gone to court to secure the autonomy of the local government. It would have been history. Nobody won't be sitting here talking about the chairmen that were suspended. Because in fact, he's not even suspended. They just say they dissolved the local government.
Yes.
They don't suspend.
This one was even a little bit civil.
Yeah, civil. Because they were civil because of the APC government led by Tinubu has achieved by saying that
in that area
is autonomous.
In Benue State, the man just say all of you are sacked.
Yes,
and they remain sacked.
Yes. They will just call
even when they went to court, right, and they got judgment, they disobeyed the court order.
But now they can't do that. And you see the progress we are making. And this people will go to court tomorrow, standing on the plank of the statement of the and the judgment of the Supreme Court. They will be reinstated. Whether they stay out of office for the next, they will go back and they will spend their tenure, as it were. So we are making progress. And we'll continue to speak.
Yes, we'll continue to speak and
get the result.
Get the result.
We continue to lend our voice to the nation.
Exactly. Not just lend our voice, we'll be forceful on it.
Yes.
And we will also activate other non-governmental bodies to have a cry, like the way we are doing about Dele Farotimi right now.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we must free Dele Farotimi.
Thank you all for viewing. This is still News Insight. We'll be right back.